Hey everybody, Chris Hardy here with the Greater Sumter Chamber of Commerce. I'm here with David Sanders of Synovus Bank. David's also the chair of the Chamber's Small Business Council, and David, for about a year now, I guess it is, we've been working on a program where it's called Fuel. You may have seen some information about it in the Sumter item and on the Chamber's website and our communications, but what it is, it's a program designed to really fuel the entrepreneurial spirit of people in our community. We want people to understand what it really takes to start a small business. You know, David, it takes passion and outside the box thinking to come up with a product that you want to do the business based off of. But these four key areas that this fuel program is really centered around is what really helps to sustain and make a small business successful. Those four key areas that we believe are banking, insurance, legal, and accounting. David is not just chairing the Small Business Council, he's done a great job in leading us to get to this point of launch, but David is also a leader in our community and represents the banking industry. So David, from the banking side, what's the primary reason why entrepreneurs and small business startups are important to our community as well as the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I think small business is really the backbone of any community, and that's not only here in Sumter, but across the country. If you look at SBA statistics, over 90% of all employers are small businesses. But it's even more of an impact in the community, say, size of Sumter. We've had some very good successes lately, in the past few years, getting Continental Tire, some larger employers to come in and hire a lot of people, get the wage growth up. But really, small businesses is where it's at. It's always going to be there. That's where the growth happens, and we always want to have that as part of a vibrant community.
Yeah, you talk a lot to small business owners in the community on a daily basis. I know, and y'all work a lot with small business owners. From the conversations, what tends to be the primary concern of small business owners in relation to the banking and lending and finance industry?
Really, it's, is there capital available for me to be able to start or run my business? And what do I need in order to obtain that capital? Especially when somebody's starting a business, you've got to have funds to start up. Is it going to come from families? Is it going to come from friends? If not, where are you going to get that capital from? And that's a lot of the questions that we get. Somebody comes in and says, I'm looking to start a business. I need what I think are X amount of dollars to start this. What do I need to do to be able to get there? And so that's something that we help coach a lot of customers and clients on, and saying, okay, this is where you're at now. Let's look at your financial picture and see what we need to do to get to that point. What's your credit score like? What are your assets that you currently have on hand? What are your liabilities that can be used, or assets that can be used to secure a loan? So there's a lot of coaching that goes along with it. And that's something that we take a lot of pride in what we do.
Okay, last question. If there was one piece of advice or one thing you could share with someone that is either thinking of starting a business in relation to the lending industry, or someone that has already started a business that is really looking for that additional help, if there was one thing you could share with them, what would that be?
Really is having a good picture of where you stand right now. I can't stress that anymore. A lot of people, they don't know where to start and what as far as getting a loan, getting capital they need for the business. But the first place to always start is sit down, figure out what all your assets and liabilities are, both personal and if you currently own a business, and on the business side as well. That is the basis of all things that, as far as getting, working with a bank, working with a finance company, is knowing where you stand. And that can also, also goes for your credit score. Doing things to make sure that you keep your credit score up, knowing what your, financial picture is and what you need to do to get to certain, set goals for yourself and knowing what you need to do to get there. But to me, that's probably the most basic foundation.
Thank you, David. Well, you can learn more about the Fuel program at our chamber website at www.sumterchamber.com. We're also sending out communications. The application deadline is September the 30th. The program begins October the 9th. So if you have any other questions other than our website and the application, you can call us at 803-775-1231. Keep an eye out for new videos on the other parts of what makes a small business successful. We'll see you soon.